Hello, I'm Annalise and I'm here to tell you all about my Mgbookathon. So last week I read Letters from the Lighthouse by Emma Carroll, and I'm reading it as part of my Mgbookathon, which means that I'm going to try and read one book a week for the whole of 2018, and every time I read a book I'm then sending it off to a primary school in Cardiff called Lansdowne Primary. So last week I read Letters from the Lighthouse and I thought it was brilliant. Really, really excellent, engaging read and a very important read as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about the story first. I'll try not to give too many spoilers away. So the story is set in February 1941 and it tells the story of a young girl called Olive who lives with her mum, her younger brother Cliff, and her older sister Suki. And one night Suki and Cliff and Olive, they go off to the pictures, and whilst they're there is an air raid, so they all have to go and get into the shelter. But Suki is missing and Olive sees her walking away from the shelter, so she runs after her, and then a bomb drops, and that's the last time that Olive sees Suki, but she's convinced that Suki is alive, maybe not safe because she thinks that she might be doing some undercover spy work. So Cliff and Olive get evacuated to Devon and they go and live in the lighthouse. And the story really really picks up once it gets to that point, with lots of mystery and intrigue and things for us to solve along with Olive. And it's just such a wonderful read. We get to meet lots of different characters and all the characters are so well depicted. It really is a beautiful book. I don't want to give too much away by talking about the characters, but there's a character called Mr. Spratt who I thought was wonderfully created, and all of the characters, all the supporting characters, not just the main characters, are fantastic. But I think my favourite was probably Pixie, who is a dog, mostly because growing up my nan had a little dog called Pixie, so I did feel a real kinship towards Pixie in the book. Okay, so definitely read Letters from the Lighthouse if you get an opportunity to do so. You will not be disappointed. Emma Carroll is well known for writing her historical fiction. She is the queen of historical fiction for middle grade, and this is another shiny jewel in her crown. So you probably realise that outside it's got decidedly chilly. I was going to read another Emma Carroll book next. I was going to read Sky Chasers, but instead I've decided to read The Polar Bear Explorers Club, because it's so cold outside. I thought, well, I might as well be putting that to good effect and be feeling chilly whilst I'm reading a book about polar bears. So I don't know anything about this book. It's probably set in the Mediterranean, just to totally throw me. But I'll read the back so that you can get an idea about what we'll be talking about next time. So meet Shay Silverton Kipley, the captain's son and wolf whisperer. Ethan Edward Rooke, magician and ocean explorer. Beanie, half-elf medic, and, well, you have to meet Beanie. And Stella Starlake Pearl, orphan and most determined of explorers. When Stella joins the Polar Bear Explorers on an expedition to Iceland, her eyes are open to a world of danger, adventure and snow pirates. Out in the icy wilds there are giant yetis, magical golden geese, terrifying carnivorous cabbages and important new friends to be made. Join the explorers on an unforgettable adventure across the ice. I was getting too excited about terrifying carnivorous cabbages then. This sounds like a book that's right up my alley. I love all kinds of things. The word elf had me at elf. Yes. So I'm going to really enjoy reading this and talking to you about it next week. But like I said, if you get a chance to read Letters from the Lighthouse, go treat yourself, because it's wonderful. Keep reading and I'll see you sometime soon.